Hey guys, welcome back to my book club. I hope you guys are doing great. So, the book we have today is called Tools of Titans by Tim Ferris. The tactics, routines, and habits of billionaires, icons, and world-class performers. We're gonna talk about 5 big ideas in this book today that I think you're gonna enjoy. So, let's get started. So, big idea number one, the superheroes you know are people who have maximized their strengths. For many, breaking free from weaknesses seems like an impossible task. However, some people have shown grit to overcome challenges and establish lifestyles that have earned them the top performer tag. While the media sometimes showcases these nothing to something stories as self-made transformations, Timothy Ferris argues that it's impossible to ascend to the heroics without leaning on the wisdom of others. Success is achievable if you collect the right field-tested beliefs and habits. So these top performers have learned innovative ways to optimize their body and mind, and you can do the same. Hence, this impressive body of work from Timothy Ferris will open your eyes to practical steps on living an improved lifestyle. This summary is segmented into 3 crucial aspects of life, health, wealth, and wisdom. These 3 concepts encapsulate the core areas of your life that will determine your level of fulfillment. In each segment, you will access different tools that have worked for renowned personalities who have shown a level of consistency at the top. The tools mentioned in this tidbit are unique to each individual, and it's you that will choose the ones that will work for you. You should note that it's imperative to run some of the advice on the summary through your nutritionist or doctor, especially the health and wellness part. So here's a quote by W.H. Auden. Routine in an intelligent man is a sign of ambition. Exercise will help you live a healthy life. Have you ever felt that you lack the stamina to participate in rigorous tasks without taking a breather? This show of weakness suggests that you have not done enough to condition your body to withstand the high performance activities. It's not advisable to engage in any form of exercise without ascertaining the specific muscle it's fortifying. People that indiscriminately engage in workout sessions often discover that their training has buffed up a section of their body while ignoring the others. The outcome is a disproportionate body structure that is not appealing to the eye. This is why Christopher Summer, a former gymnastics coach for the U.S. national team and founder of Gymnastics Buddies, tells his clients to engage in a dynamic mix of gymnastics, strength training, GST, and acroyoga. This combination will help you increase flexibility and mobility instead of the muscle building effects of many workout routines out there. According to Timothy Ferris, acroyoga is a blend of 3 contemporary disciplines: yoga, acrobatics, and therapeutics. Some of the exercises that fit into the description are J curl and shoulder extension. So to practice the shoulder extension, lift a dowel and hold it behind your back while in a standing position. Stand on an elevated platform, lift a dead weight to your midsection while in the standing position, bend down until your head almost touches your knees. You could start with a 15-pound weight, as stretching is the most important factor in this exercise. You should do as many reps as you are comfortable with. There is no need to grind out reps that might end up injuring you. Remember that the purpose of exercise is to ensure that the entirety of your body becomes flexible and mobile. For the likes of Joe DeSena, the co-founder of Death Race, subjecting the body to extreme stress is the key. As such, he decided to engage in activities that are the exact opposite of his life. As a Wall Street professional, he fell in love with nerve-wracking marathons where he could only focus to the primary necessities of life: food, water, and shelter. According to Joe, it's important to sweat every day to build the resilience to take on any challenge. Big idea number 3, it's about ketogenic diet and fasting, the new health trends. So there are a lot of publications on the benefits of ketogenic diets. Nonetheless, many still do not understand what all the fuss is about. And what they do, it's an uphill task to find the right diet that will help them sustain ketosis. Ketosis is an induced state of the body which results from the unavailability of primary fuel sources. When the body doesn't have enough glucose to burn as fuel, it's forced to look for alternative resources, mostly fat. The breaking down of fat releases ketones that reduce the blood's pH. As your body acidity levels rise, you risk falling into a coma or dying. So let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. Hypocrites. On the upside, ketosis reduces weight and it could lower the risk of developing heart diseases. In light of this, it's common for people to adopt one form at ketogenic diet or the other. The aim here is to reduce the intake of carbohydrates to force the body to break down fat and maintain muscle. Rather than dieting, some people choose to fast because fasting for 3 to 4 days will lead to weight loss. A ketogenic diet is a high-fat diet in its basic form, which tries to lower the intake of carbohydrates to 50 grams or below in 3 days. So how do you know when you reach ketosis? Tim Ferris recommends that you use a machine called Precision Extra by Abbott to check your glucose and blood levels of beta hydroxybitrate. Once you reach a concentration of 0.5 millimolar, you are already at an early stage of ketosis. For Dominic D'Agostino, an associate professor at the University of South Florida Morsani College of Medicine, a mild to moderate ketosis state with concentrations ranging from 1 mole to 3 mole is the ideal keto state. Dominic D'Agostino has experimented with many ketogenic diets, and he has discovered that the only way to maintain ketosis is to eat food that contains a lot of fat and moderate protein. So did you know Dominic D'Agostino, an associate professor at the University of South Florida, demonstrated that even advanced weightlifters could maintain or increase strength, performance, and hypertrophy after 3 weeks of keto adaptation, consuming 70% to 80% calories from fat and restricting carbohydrates to 22 to 25 grams per day. Beginner number 4, you can use unconventional body conditioning practice to sustain performance. So there is no way Tim Ferris could have interviewed the long list of top performers he mentioned in the summary without encountering individuals with unconventional practices to sustain performance. Some do not shy away from using drugs, particularly psychedelics, and they cause hallucinations or that could help them sustain focus depending on the dosage. If popping drugs is not your thing, you could utilize the floating tank technique to experience psychedelics. Here, all you need to do is float in 98F hot tube with a lid over it. You add 80 degrees to 300 of Epsom salt to help induce buoyancy. The absence of a light or sound source and gravity will help you break free from distractions and focus on important things. Others have discovered the power of cold, as they have subjected their bodies to harsh conditions to release the right chemicals to suppress stress hormones. One of the individuals that have championed this practice is Wim Hof. He introduced the Wim Hof method, a breathing exercise that improves immunity and increases fat loss. This exercise entails 40 reps of inhaling air until your lungs are full and a sharp exhale to empty it. If done correctly, you will start feeling lightheaded and tingling in your hands. However, Timothy warned that this exercise should not be done near or inside water, as it can cause a shallow water blackout. Also, one of Wim Hof's secrets is the cold bath routine, which entails that you immerse your body in a bath tube containing water and 40 pounds of ice. On sleeping hygiene, Kelly Starrett, a world-renowned performance coach, Advised that you get rid of appliances that could emit light, be it a TV or phones. He also advised that you should go for a soft mattress, which will help you switch from extension due to excessive sitting or exercising to relaxation. Furthermore, Timothy Ferris highlights the importance of starting the morning strong, as it allows you to cultivate the right energy to tackle the challenges the day might throw at you. He believes that it's imperative to lower your morning winning bar because a cluster of wins is way better than chasing the impossible. So big idea number 5 and the last one, you will only attain success when you start asking the right questions. Just as Timothy Ferris has handpicked some of the fascinating health tools that top performers utilize, he also discloses the winning formula of some of the most successful people he had met. While pursuing through this long list of goal getters, one cannot help but notice that they have a knack for asking vital questions. When the world shut the door in these people's faces by proclaiming them unworthy of success, they didn't give up, and instead they kept knocking on the door by asking all the right questions. We see this notion play out in Arnold Schwarzenegger's narration of how he defied the norm to become a movie star even when producers and directors downplayed his chances. He didn't give in and do what others were doing, rather he kept believing, and eventually his apparent weakness distinguished him in an industry that thrived on trends recycling. Question everything, learn something, answer nothing by Euripides. Tony Robbins, world-renowned performance coach, reiterated this thought when he asserted that attaining a quality life depends on your propensity for asking quality questions. If people are telling you that your talent or product will not sell, you should focus on searching for new ways to beat the system. This approach will yield more results than focus on the negatives. To put this basic advice to practice, Reid Hoffman, co-founder and executive chairman of LinkedIn, has taught his mind to search for answers to problems. While he is asleep, all he has to do is delegate problems to his mind. Go to bed and tackle the problem first thing in the morning when there are no distractions. In most cases, companies become successful because they were able to figure out the simple things and deliver what others might have tagged irrelevant. In the same way, you too can work your mind to find patterns in chaos and opportunities in failures. The author went on to share some basic insight into how great business thrived even when they faced stiff competition. You can thrive in a competitive terrain by pondering on the little things that can give you an edge. This might require a simple alteration to your brand or customer relationship culture. Last quote, so I'm gonna leave you with this. To be alone is to be different. To be different is to be alone, by Susan Gordon. So that was it for today's summary, guys, and I'm just gonna leave you with this so you can try. There is no shame in asking questions. Questions open you up to new ideas, and it is also a good tool to assess situations before taking action. So when next you are in doubt or you have something troubling you, the best response is asking the right questions. These compulsive disorders paralleled the compulsive disorder or illness of alcoholism. After a while, professionals began to notice that many people in close relationships with these compulsive people developed coping patterns that resembled those of people in relationships with alcoholics. The ongoing argument is based on whether or not codependency is a disease. Some experts say codependency isn't a disease. They say it's just a normal reaction to abnormal people. Other professionals say codependency is a disease. It's a chronic progressive illness. They suggest codependents want and need sick people around them to be happy in an unhealthy way. Did you know the word codependency appeared on the treatment scene in late 70s in several different treatment centers in Minnesota? So that was it for today's summary, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. So make sure to like the video and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can get notified for every book summary that I upload. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I love you all so much. See you next time.